founder, CEO, and janitor of Laughable, Ned Kenney.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Laughable's first ever live show. You're a part of a rather irrelevant detail of history, but I'm so happy that you're here. So for starters, I was getting advice from Robert Kelly, who's one of our comedians who's performing tonight, and I said, Bobby, is it okay if I try to make a few jokes and make the crowd laugh a little bit, add some levity, get the night going? He said, oh, sure, that's fine, man. The comics would love to see you fall flat on your face. It's fitting that our first ever live show is here at the Village Underground, because it was after coming here and to the Comedy Cellar around the corner when I went from just a lover of comedy to outright obsessed by it. Going to stand-up shows all the time and listening to podcasts and reading about comedy as an art form and as a business, eventually writing my own comedy. It was terrible, but I had a half-hour TV show called Too Many Chiefs. And some of you might remember my wall in the West Village. I looked like a serial killer when you came and visited me. You wanted to run away right away. And it was terrible, but for the first time, I was consumed by the creative process. It was about a group of young douchebags in New York, write what you know. And it sucked, but it was mine, and I loved it. And that was thanks to this place that I spent all that time writing. And eventually, I became obsessed with a different kind of creative process, which was coming up with a company at the intersection of comedy and technology, and that's Laughable. So what's Laughable all about? The moments you're going to be experiencing tonight of just unbridled joy and laughter, that's what Laughable's about. We want you to feel those moments more often. We want to help you connect with content and comedians that most reliably make you laugh. And there's a second part of it that's just as important, which is to help comedians get the credit that they deserve for the work that they do to make those moments possible. Being a comedian is really hard. Your best case scenario is after 5 years, you have the privilege of getting into coach class every Thursday, going and staying at some crappy hotel for 3 nights, not getting paid very much. Those are the ones who have made it, and most of them don't. It's a really hard existence. It's hard to do what they do intellectually. It's hard from a lifestyle perspective. I love comedians. I respect what they do. I admire what they do. And I don't think it should be as hard as it is to go about their business. So we want to help them find more fans and make more money. It's really that simple. In the long run, what we want to do is we want to build this global marketplace for comedy. So anything a comedian is doing to reach an audience, whether it's some type of digital content, podcasts, stand-up comedy, TV shows, movies, some format that hasn't even been invented yet, or live shows like the one you're at, or merchandise. Anything a comedian is doing with the intention of reaching an audience, we want to help them get that into the hands of people for whom it is going to be most meaningful, the people who are going to laugh the hardest and experience the most joy. And the way that we got started was by building an iPhone app that lets you search for any comedian and find all the podcasts that they've been on as a host or a guest. So it's a great way to find comedians that you already know and love. It's also a great way to find new content and comedians to love as well. Our average user is spending over 4 hours a week listening to content through our app. Our App Store reviews are off the charts good. People really love this thing. We've created value for fans of comedy. We've created value for creators of comedy in keeping with our mission. And at the same time, it's made sense for us from a business perspective because we've been able to build our audience and goodwill with the comedy community and our technology and our brand and our data, all of these things that it serve as the foundation on top of which we are building this global marketplace. And we've done that very cost effectively. So we still have a lot of work to do, but I think we've surprised a lot of people by the progress that we've made so far. And that's largely thanks to so many of you. And so we really appreciate everything. Every day that goes by, this company's less about me. It was just my stupid PowerPoint slides in the beginning. Now it's about us. Now it's about a community of people. In order for us to achieve what we think we can achieve, to be a global brand that people love and trust, that brings joy and laughter to millions of people, it's going to take a bigger and bigger village. And we would be so appreciative of your continued support in whatever way you show it.